Skeletor hates the Immortal by Tom Christie. Oh my. The Immortal, such a very mixed weapon on reception. People love it. People hate it. Either way, there is only the Immortal when you have to deal with PvP sometimes.
I've done it! After spending my entire weekend grinding my life away in trials, I have acquired the most optimal, perfect god roll Immortal Adept. Now that I've perfected...
What is that rolling? It doesn't have hatchling on it, obviously. What is that? Kill clip? Is that kill clip, keep away, light mag? I don't actually know that first one. I can't remember that. That's chambered, I thought. I don't actually remember what the god roll on that is. No, that's a solid roll, actually. It's also an aggressive frame, so that's why it actually doesn't. That's why people still like Ecolos, even though the Season of the Wish Vex SMG also gets volt shot. I think that's why people are probably still going to go back to the Ecolos SMG. I'm missing still one more copy of it. Sucks. I could only grind so much when Season of the Seraph. I started back at the last 2 weeks. I could only grind so many weapons. No, the Immortal is an aggressive frame. Aggressive frames are good. A lot of people do like those aggressive frames. Also, the range in PvP is just really good. I don't know if they've rebalanced it. I know that was a complaint for a while, past really since the Immortal Adept's been around. I think longer, actually. But that SMGs have a lot of stability and a lot of range. So it's been a very mixed entry when it comes to weapons.
Now that I've perfected my one-of-a-kind build, I will dominate at Crucible. No one will see this gun coming, for there is no way that anyone else has the same idea as me.
Joke's on you. As soon as a video gets made on... Actually, I have... So, the day that... there was the Artificer cheese, right? People remember, was it Galron? Nightmare of Galron, I thought it was. In... Duality, the dungeon on the moon, right? For Season of the... I think it was Season of the Haunted, right? The dungeon. Remember when the cheese came out? And within, like, an hour, people had already made videos on how to cheese. And I actually got fairly good. I was running duos and sometimes trios of just getting Galron to jump off the edge. And then Bungie disabled the checkpoint within, like, 2 hours of this exploit being found. And I guess this exploit had been around for a while, but it wasn't until a video had been made and everyone started to do it that naturally and people said, oh, well, they can't fix this. They can never fix it. I'm like, they can just make him respawn. Because at that time, Node Avalon was out. And I'm like, remember how the Hydra just falls off in Encounter 2 and he just spawns back? Like, they'll just do that. Oh, Kip, that'll never happen. Lo and behold, what was the fix? If he jumps off the edge, he doesn't actually die. He just respawns in the arena. So what I'm trying to say is an exploit can be in the game for a while, or something can be in the game for a while. It's not until someone makes a video and it reaches critical mass in the algorithm that it becomes a problem, and thus Bungie is forced to address it. I got a lot of Artificer out of that. I got a lot of Artificer and a lot of shards out of that. That was quite a time.
What the fuck?
Hello there, yo.
Yeah.
Why the hell do you have the Immortal? This is my unique gun. I was here first.
Oh,
That's like if I asked, why does everyone in Trials run Cloud Strike? Oh my god, so many people in Trials run Cloud Strike. It's almost like it's just a good weapon if you can hit your shots, right? People also expect you to be within close proximity to each other, so they're hoping to get the Cloud Strike headshot off, and then hopefully the subsequenting burst of lightning is going to take you out as well. I mean, it's good. That being said, I also like that they're just robots. All of the other ones with the Adept are just robots. It's such a meta take on this. I love it.
you mean this gun? The gun that literally everyone said was going to be overpowered?
Yes.
That is bullshit. I was the first person to discover this gun.
You watched the same Fallout Plays video that, like, everyone else did.
Yep. Video reaches critical mass. People say, oh, I should probably pay attention to this. People then pay attention to it. Suddenly that's your metagame.
Don't deny it.
No.
Yeah.
I got target lock and rangefinder on mine.
Ah, dude, that is like the god roll. I am so...
Target lock is busted. I mean, I run it on, what is it? I run on my Rufus Fury. Obviously, I don't play Crucible. I usually do more raid content and stuff. But I can tell you that target lock just works. It works its magic. I think there was an SMG, or not SMG. There's an LMG that had it. I forget which one it is, but there's a couple that get it. And they're also very... Target lock is a very, very... If you don't break away from your target, target lock is very, very good. In fact, if I was to have to do the Rufus Fury Adept challenge again, I'd probably run something with target lock on it. I did it with Quicksilver Storm when we had anti-barrier auto rifle, which makes sense. Anti-barrier auto needed to go. Quicksilver still one of the best weapons in the game, in my opinion. But yeah, no, target lock, aggressive frame, Adept. That's some spice.
Freaking jealous.
Straight up nasty. Fellas, this is the God roll. Sexy. Why does he talk like that?
Oh, don't mind him. He just watches a lot of Astrocross videos. Nasty!
Shut up! This is clearly a 1-in-a-million situation.
No, it's not.
We all happen to be running the same gun. But there is absolutely no way that anyone on the enemy team is also running this gun.
Yes, they are.
Does he actually not know? Should we tell him or something?
Nope, don't tell him. Just let him figure it out on his own. Sometimes you run into these situations, and you're like, somebody should tell him. Like, it's been 20 years. Scotty doesn't know. Somebody should tell Scotty. And if you know what that meme is, if you know what I'm referencing, you should probably go take some leave for your back. Somebody's got to tell Scotty. But sometimes, you just got to let people find out. You just got to let people find out on their own. They have to FAFO.
Oh, no. He'll find out in like 5 minutes anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to look up the stats for this gun right now. There's no way this gun is popular.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, it is. Icarus SMG as well. Another aggressive frame SMG. No Time to Explain actually kind of surprises me here. Beloved makes sense. Ace of Spades, was not expecting that actually. Matador, I say Le Monarch, this was pre-nerf Le Monarch as well, so Le Monarch was actually a little bit better. But like, you can see by a wide margin, the Immortal Adept was an issue. Even then, Immortal itself, for the people that couldn't get Immortal Adept, right? When that is making up, almost 13 million kills, when that is making up over 12% with just a single gun, you might have a problem, right? From a game design standpoint, you might have a problem at that point. How do you address this? And yes, you could make the argument that, look, the top three are SMGs. Clearly, SMGs are the issue. As far as I'm aware, there's still a lot of people that do say SMGs are an issue. That being said, what we can say in a vacuum is, right, Immortal Adept it's the highest by a wide enough margin. How do we prevent this from happening again? How do we prevent Magic players will know what I mean by color soup, right? Same concept, right? Where, everyone runs the same thing, but also Season of Arrivals, we had 5 weapons that we used. It was Mountaintop, Recluse, wasn't Funnel. It was whatever Funnel Whoop's predecessor was. I literally can't remember. There were 5 weapons we used in Season of Arrival. If you know what those are, definitely listen down below because I always forget them. But we're in a much better game state than we have been. And I do have to give credit to Bungie, and I guess technically now Sony, because Sony owns Bungie, on that part, is that there is a more varied and there's more variety in the meta, right? It gets hard when certain metas become homogenized, and you have instances like this or anomalies like this that suddenly this is 10% of what everyone was using. And that is an overwhelming margin when you have 2.8, 2.8, 1.9, 1.8, right? You have all of these other things. And sure, Eclipse still by a wide margin gets it, but I argue that's in acceptable territory where you okay, maybe we should look at SMGs. When you have, and this isn't just 10%, this is about 12% plus because of these two numbers. So from a game design standpoint, when you start seeing numbers like this, not necessarily you have to act on it, but definitely question why. Why are we seeing such an uptick in usage? Why are we seeing such an overwhelming majority in comparison to other weapons usage? And we all know that the Immortal Adept was going to be absolutely nutty. We just knew that.
It just came out! What the fuck?
Yeah.
Scratch that. SMGs take no skill. You are all posers. No effort, meta bitch babies. And I refuse to be associated with you any further.
So, does that mean you are going to stop using the gun then?
No, he's not.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah. That was perfect. I absolutely love that. I don't know. Oh, look at this nerd. Look at this nerd up here. This little dragon dingus. Les, what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on the Immortal Adept? What are your thoughts on SMGs in the current state of Destiny? I guess both from a PvE and a PvP standpoint. I mean, I myself am more on the raid side of things, right? Raids, dungeons, stuff like that. I'm more on that side of things. But I'm very curious what you Crucible players think about it. I'm very, very curious what you all think about it. Do you think SMGs are oppressive? Do you think that they take a place in the game that is overbearing? Do you think that they need to have their range reined in a little bit? What are your thoughts? I'm very curious, and how you would implement this fix as well. But as always, if you haven't, you should definitely go check out Tom Christie. He's an amazing content creator. I absolutely love this. It's bringing Skeletor new life, and I am here for this. Definitely go support him if you haven't. Check out his videos. He puts out a lot of amazing stuff, and I will continue to cite as well. Tom Christie, if you're watching, thank you for all the videos you put out. If I take someone through Root of Nightmares, I will actually ask them, have you seen the Tom Christie video about planets? Because that is literally how you do planets. I 100% will send people that video. Thank you everyone for watching. I definitely appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next one.